Hello! Today we are going to learn how to use the background eraser tool on Photoshop to replace the background with another image. The background eraser tool is an extremely useful tool, especially for isolating hair. I suggest that before you erase, duplicate the layer. That way, if you make the mistake, you can always go back and find your original image in another layer. So before you erase, I'm going to duplicate the layer by pressing the shortcut Control J for PC and Command J in case of Mac. And I am going to be erasing on this copy. So I want this girl to look as though the picture was taken with this background behind her rather than the flat gray. You'll find the background eraser tool right over here on the tools palette, E for the shortcut, and you'll see several different options. First option is the brush option, where you can set the size, hardness, and spacing. And then we have a sampling options for continuous, for sampling once, and for sampling background swatch. Sampling continuously means that when you erase with the background brush, the crosshair in the middle, it will sample everything it touches. So continuous sampling means that the crosshair is always sampling whatever color it's going over as you erase. So right now it's sampling the gray. It's not deleting her hair as much, but if I were to run it over the hair, as soon as that cross sees the darker tone, it's going to start erasing it. So I'm going to undo that and try sampling once. Let me show you the difference. Now, wherever you click, the cross will sample that color, and that's the only color it will delete until you let go and click again. So right now, if I click and erase, it's only sampling that original gray. And I can erase in here on the dark parts of her hair and it won't delete that. It's still sampling that original gray. Now if I let go and click again, it's going to sample whatever new color that I click on. So let me go over here and undo those. Last option, sampling background swatch, is really useful if you need to get precise with what you're going to delete. When you select this, the color to be deleted will be sampled off the background swatch. So whatever color is in here, that's what it's going to delete to the tune of whatever tolerance setting you've chosen. So if I choose gray, click OK. That's my background swatch. So I'm here deleting on my copy. It's actually not sampling right now at all. It will only delete the background swatch color and anything around that color up to whatever tolerance is here. We're going to select discontagious and sample once. On our tolerance here, it usually starts down around 20 or 30 by default, but we're going to raise it up to about 40. Tolerance simply means that whatever your original sampling color was, the higher the tolerance number, the more the surrounding hues and colors it will delete. Now, if you do not want it to erase the foreground swatch color, check out this box next to protect foreground color. The foreground swatch is right down here and the background is right behind it. For the foreground, I've actually selected as a light skin tone. I'm concerned that because the gray is light and the skin tone is light, that it might start deleting some of the skin tone. So as a protective measure, I've selected a skin tone and set protect foreground color. I'm going to grab my background eraser and I'm going to start erasing over here on this side. I'm going to put my cursor down in the area that has the main gray, the kind of gray I want to get rid of, and just keep erasing. If you let go of the pressure if you're using a pen on a tablet, or your click if you're using a mouse, and then click again, it will resample the color of the new area you clicked on, so keep that in mind. So as you can see, here's an illustration of the haze I'm talking about. It left some gray residue that was outside of the tolerance zone of my original sampling. So I'm going to go and raise the tolerance. And I'm going to make my brush bigger and I'm going to make sure that I have a soft edge. Then I'm going to erase again over here to get rid of these residue. Here it is. Let me show you the difference between what we had and what we have. The background eraser tool can be used for many different things. Just don't forget when you're using it, always duplicate your layer. It is a destructive edit. And be careful afterwards to look around your edges and make sure it didn't accidentally delete something you needed to keep. So there you have it. If you need more information, check out photoshopessentials.com.